In this video, we're going to talk about, what again?
What you need to know about your credit score.
What you need to know about your credit score. So, stay tuned. Hey, Kelly. How's it going?
Great, Eric. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. It's quite nice out there. Check it out. The snow's melting. Most of the snow's gone already.
Doing pretty good, man. Just enjoying the view.
Kelly,
Yes, my friend.
I've got clients that obviously they want to buy a house, and sometimes their credit sucks, or they're trying to build their credit. What do you know about credits?
The dreaded C word sometimes. You know what? Credit and credit scores. What they really mean is actually your financial report card. So, credit, it's actually your credit worthiness. Which means how much credit do you have available. There's going to be many people who are actually going to be affecting your credit. You know, banks and lenders, they can pull credit reports, car dealerships, insurance companies. Did you know that?
Insurance companies? Did not know that.
Well, in a way, it's your ability to be able to pay your bills. So, do you want to know how Well, that was a good blooper. Yeah, these companies want to know if you're going to be able to pay your bills. So they're checking on your history.
So, how's it calculated?
Notes are always important. So how they're calculated. You know what? There's actually many various factors. One is payment history. And that's actually going to be 35%.
35%?
So what is payment history? Honestly, it's paying your bills on time, or have you been late? 2. Second one is credit utilization. What that means is the available credit you have to use, and that's 30%.
30%?
Exactly. Now the third one, credit history. How long have you had credit? And this is actually 15%.
15% is not too bad, but we're talking a lot about history now. Are we dealing with credit or history?
All right, the last two now. Number 4, credit mix. Now it's not a drink.
What the heck is a credit mix?
So a credit mix is going to be at least 10%. What that is how many different types of credits do you have out there? So mortgages, credit cards, loans, car loans, things like that. So it's a mixture of credit.
Sure thing.
So fifth, and kind of sometimes the most important.
Hold on. My phone's ringing.
Phone call.
Phone call. Hey, Kelly. Sorry for the interruption. The stupid phone. Anyways, where were we again?
So the last, and I'd say the most important, even though it's 10%, is credit inquiries. What that means is people shopping around, seeing how much credit you have available.
Hey guys, if you're thinking about buying a home or you need some financial advice, make sure you reach out to us, and the number's right there. Call us, text us, email us, and even send the pigeon carriers if you wanted to. So Kelly, what does all that mean? Can you elaborate on it?
All right, so to elaborate on everything, I'll go point by point. All right, so to calculate it all together, 35% is taken on your credit payment history. So what that means is, are you paying your utility bills, cell phone bills, your loans and all that on time? So if your payment is due on the 15th of the month, you need to make sure that your money has been paid to your creditors before the 15th. So that means if you are paying automatically through your bank, say e-transfers or things like that, you want to make sure you're paying at least by the 10th or the 11th, because it takes a couple days to hit. Plus, if you're doing it on a weekend, they don't factor that in.
Oh.
Ooh, my favorite. Oh, anyways. The second one, 30% is going to be calculated on your credit utilization. So what that means is how much credit do you have available? So if you have a line of credit that has a maximum amount that you can borrow against it is $30,000, but you owe 20, your credit utilization means you only have $10,000 left.
What does that mean?
So that means your available credit that you have left to be able to use.
Okay.
Now,
So you've utilized 20,000 already, and you only have 10,000 left.
correct.
So what? Yeah, I still don't get it. What, I'm sure other people may not get it too. So can you elaborate on that a little bit more?
So that's like what is available for you to use in credit.
Okay.
So you could have $0 owing on a credit card, but your limit is $10,000. So you have a good amount of credit utilization. So you can utilize that whole $10,000.
Okay.
But if your credit card has a limit of $10,000, but you owe $5,000, your credit utilization, you only are available to utilize $5,000, which means you have less available. Does that make sense?
Yes and no. Can you just elaborate on that a little bit more?
You bet. So there's like a golden rule. It's about 33% of your total debt ratio. What that means is this is called utilization. So if you have 3 credit cards, one of them's maxed out. So you owe $10,000, it's a $10,000 limit. You have 2 other cards that have about $5,000 available on them, and there's only a couple $100 on each. It's actually better to have little bit owing on each card instead of having one maxed out, because that actually shrinks what you have available to use.
Kelly, hold on. Garbage man's here.
Hopefully you took out the garbage.
So Kelly, is there a certain percentage that people should keep it under?
Yes, it's around about a 33% mark. So what that means is, again, having a $10,000 credit card, you want to have at least more than 33% available of that money.
Okay.
You don't want to exceed 33%. So pull out your calculators and figure out what that means.
So in other words, you're only supposed to spend on a $10,000 credit line $3,333.33, right?
Now, the third concept is called payment history. Credit history. Third one, credit history. That's going to take 15% of the calculations. So what your credit history means is how long have you had credit in your name? So how long have you had a loan, or how long have you had a credit card? How long have you been able to keep that going, not max it out, not be late on payment history? So that's the number one. Now, your credit history is how long have you been on paper, basically. You can have cash, you could have thinking you have great credit because you've never been late on a bill, you have nothing in your name, but actually what that shows lenders is you actually don't exist. So let me simplify that. What the credit history means is, do you have your name on a bill that you pay regularly, like a utility bill, a cell phone bill, a mortgage? So someone who's 18, just kind of coming into adulthood, they will actually not really have any credit because they have no history in their name. So it's actually good for a parent to actually put a credit card around 16 and put a bill in a child's name so they'd start building history at a lot earlier age.
I wish my parents did that for me.
So just to elaborate on that a little bit more, that's not meaning you're getting a credit card for your kid to go spend it all. It's a small, maybe $500 credit card, and what you're going to do is they're going to pay their cell phone bill on it. It'll help them not only have a cell phone bill in their name that they build credit, but that credit card also shows that they're also paying it off as well. So it's a great way to establish so that they can buy a house earlier on in life.
Kelly, stop eating and continue, please. Well, hurry up and finish.
When there's food, man, I get distracted.
What do we have here?
We have a mix of food.
Popcorn. More popcorn. What's this called? Super Kid popcorn. A little bit left of the caramel corn. Some more buttered popcorn. One popcorn. Another one left here. And some chocolate.
So that brings us to credit mix.
Credit? Oh yeah, look at that mix.
So, what does credit mix mean? Going through all of what we just went through, the different types of popcorn, it's the same thing with credit mix. You want to have maybe a credit card. Maybe you want to have a loan. Maybe you want to have a car loan. Maybe you want to have a mortgage. Having 3 or 4 different credit cards is actually not helpful for you. You need to have different things, like different people. And that's going to be 10%. And then the next 10% is going to be your credit inquiries. So what are credit inquiries? That's shopping around. So if you want to go buy a car and the financing people at the car dealership start going to all these different lenders to check on your credit availability, that is actually going to hurt your credit.
Boo! So what types of inquiries hurt?
Well, the types of inquiries, there's actually really 2. One's called a soft hit, like soft popcorn. The next one is like a hard hit, which is more of your Ferrero Rocher. What that means is a soft hit.
This is not a sponsored ad, by the way.
We are not being paid by Ferrero Rocher, but Ferrero Rocher, if you do hear this, please link and subscribe. So soft check, that's something you can actually do yourself. That's usually more like a mortgage too. They're going to be shopping around maybe to different lenders, but people will know that it's through a mortgage company. So that's not going to affect your credit hit as much as what's called a hard credit or a hard check or a hard hit. That's when more like lenders...
Did you say a hard hat?
No, hard hit.
Oh, okay.
This is temporarily going to have a negative effect on your credit score, and it can actually last up to 3 years.
3 years?
It's a long time. So what that means is...
It's like a prison term.
If you're going to a car dealership and you want to know if you can afford a vehicle, but they go to 5 different lenders, well, they're actually checking your whole history, which means that they're going to hard hit your credit score. So that really just sums up everything. There's only 5 ways to calculate out, the various factors on your credit.
Cool. That's awesome. Thanks, Kelly. Thanks for watching, guys. For other videos similar to this, make sure you check them out.